Hey folks, hope you're good. Welcome back to Zizo News with your boy Zizo. So today I've come up with two lists. These are lists of political heavyweights in the country at the moment and which side they have chosen to support. So the first list is a list of the Mount Kenya political heavyweights supporting Raila Odinga. And the second list is a list of the popular Jubilee politicians who decamped to work with William Ruto. So let's get on with this. So we begin with the list of Mount Kenya political heavyweights supporting Raila in his 2022 presidential bid. These leaders began their support for Raila Odinga after the handshake between the latter and President Uhuru Kenyatta that saw the splitting of the Jubilee camp into the Kieleweke and Tangatanga factions. The Jubilee leaders in Kieleweke were in support of the handshake, while those in Tangatanga were against it. This rivalry within Jubilee eventually led to the breakaway of Deputy President William Ruto, the leader of the Tangatanga faction, to form the United Development Alliance, alias UDA. Some Jubilee leaders moved to UDA together with Ruto, while others remained with Uhuru. The leaders who remained in Jubilee are the very ones in support of Raila Odinga in his 2022 presidential bid. Some of these leaders hail all the way from Mount Kenya. And the funny bit is, not so long ago, they were Raila's biggest enemies. These leaders include, first we have the Kiambu governor, James Nuro. Now, the Kiambu county boss has been touring the Mount Kenya region alongside the ODM leader and 2022 presidential hopeful Raila Odinga in a bid to garner him votes. On the 17th of April, Nuro was hosted by Raila and his wife Ida at their home, and he brought the family 2 goats. Secondly, we have the Nakuru governor, Lee Kenyanjui. Now, the Nakuru county boss has of late been very busy campaigning for Raila in the vote-rich Mount Kenya region. He has recently confessed that the change of heart by the people of Mount Kenya to support Raila's presidential aspiration is as a result of his goodwill to work with the region. He also stated that the vote-rich Mount Kenya region will only work with Raila if he honors the demands that they have tabled. Thirdly, we have the Rakanidhi's governor, Muthomi Njoki. Now, the county boss admitted that he was initially indecisive on who he was going to give his support to for the 2022 presidency when it came to Raila Odinga and the Vice President Ruto, but eventually settled for Raila, stating that time had come for him to join the winning team and that Raila would be Kenya's 5th president. Fourth, we have the former Kiambu County Governor, William Kabogo. Now, Kabogo recently joined Raila Odinga during his campaign in Ruiru. He congratulated Raila for finding time to visit Kiambu. He then cautioned the presidential aspirant not to be misled by brokers and welcomed him to the ground to listen to the people's voices. Fifth, we have the Meru Governor, Kiraito Murungi. On 2nd September, a group of politicians and business leaders led by Kiraito Murungi assured Raila Odinga that they would stand with Raila and fight to the tooth and nail to garner him support within the region. He also stated that he would ensure that nothing stood in the way between Raila and the presidency. Sixth, we have the Nyandarua Governor, Francis Kimemia. Now, Governor Kimemia, who is also the former head of public service, recently admitted that some of the insults and negative comments thrown at Raila before the handshake were for the most part just political. This was mainly because during the time he was competing against Uhuru Kenyatta. He also stated that the region has no political debt to pay anyone, hence the voters in the region should not feel pressured but instead exercise their democratic right freely. Seventh, we have Kieni Member of Parliament Kanini Kega. The vocal MP stated that the region had in the past denied Raila a shot at the presidency in support of their own. He then added that he had listened to Raila and realized that he had the country at heart and that he would make a fine president. So those are some of the Mount Kenya region political kingpins in support of the ODM leader and presidential aspirant Raila Odinga. Now, the next list of politicians are all former members of the Jubilee, but all left when Ruto decided to break away from Jubilee and form the United Development Alliance. And the list goes as follows. We have number one, we have our most recent Jubilee ejector, and that is the Kirinyaga Governor Anne Waiguru. She chose to leave Jubilee immediately after the annulment of the Building Bridges initiative by the High Court and Court of Appeal. Waiguru stated that another reason for ditching Jubilee for the Hustler Nation was a result of advice from her constituents in Kirinyaga. She intends to once again run for the gubernatorial seat on a UDA ticket. Secondly, we have the former nominated Senator Isaac Mwaura. Now, Mwaura declared his ejection from the ruling Jubilee party during the homecoming ceremony of Faiza Badar that he had been attending. Faiza Badar had at the time just won the Msambweni mini poll. Mwaura openly admitted that he had opted to join the Hustler Nation because he was tired of the Kenyatta family rule. According to him, the Kenyattas had been already in power for 15 years and they were about to complete another 10 years. Mwaura then stated that that was enough and that it was time to move forward in order to see what could be accomplished by the youths in Kenya. This led to his ejection from the Jubilee party and subsequent loss of his nomination from the Senate. Thirdly, we have the former chief whip of the Senate, Irungo Kang'ata. Now, the Murang'a senator lost his position as chief whip after he wrote a letter to President Uhuru Kenyatta discrediting the Building Bridges initiative. He then proceeded to leak the letter that he had written to the president, which was viewed as disrespectful by some of the leaders in the Jubilee outfit. He was also accused of divulging information discussed during Jubilee Party's caucuses. The National Assembly Majority Leader Amos Kimunya once said that he believes that Kang'ata wrote and leaked the letter in a bid to provoke the president and party members to oust him so that he could freely join the Hustler Nation bandwagon. He was replaced as chief whip by the Kiambu Senator Kimani Wamatangi. Kang'ata is currently one of the chief campaigners of Deputy President William Ruto. Fourth, we have Garzony Muschamba. The Kiambu County Women Representative was initially a radical supporter of the handshake, but then decamped for the Hustler Nation. According to her, her decision to join Tanga Tanga was pushed forth by her constituents in Kiambu County. She would be warmly welcomed by the Deputy President's loyalists, and since then she has held the UDA flag high with every opportunity she has gotten and highly believes that Ruto will be the next president. Next, we have Kipia Member of Parliament Kate Waruguru. Like majority of her counterparts on the list, she was at first a major supporter of the Building Bridges initiative, but would eventually switch camps in support of Deputy President Ruto in July. She then stated that she held over 40 meetings with her constituents. According to her, they said William Samoei Ruto Tosha. She has though not been active in her campaigns for Ruto. Hence, those are just but a number of the few Jubilee heavyweight politicians that broke away from their party in support of Deputy President Ruto. Of course, the number is bigger, but I've chosen to stop there. So tell me what you think about all that. Drop a comment below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Have a good day.